Hey there, so today we're going to go over a really easy way for you to be able to sustain your strands by yourself without you having to buy them from anyone else again. All we really have to do is we have to go into our atlas and we have to favor a few parks, right? Park is a connected map to Strand and it drops pretty often, and then when we run our parks we have a very high chance of getting Strand. Ideally for this you do want to have most of your favorited map slots unlocked. You don't necessarily need all of them, but I would definitely say you need maybe around 8 or 9 to be able to sustain maps pretty easily. We are using the same atlas tree that we used for our Alch and Go strategy, and all we're doing is we're just running a few parks, we're getting Strands from it, and then we're running our Strands. As a test, I started with 6 maps of park. I ran all of them, and then out of those we got 5 or 6 strands in return. Out of those 5 or 6 strands, I ended up getting like 7 parks, and that is just with 4 parks favorited. You might want to test this for yourself. You can probably get away with 3 favorited parks, maybe even 2, but I would definitely say with 4 you definitely oversustain quite a bit. But out of the 5 parks I got from doing the 6 strands I got from my 5 parks, we ended up with, 10 more strands. So it does very quickly build up on itself to giving you more and more and more strands. I would say with this strategy, you're running park maybe 25% of the time, and then you'll be running strand 75% of the time. And you'll also be getting extra strands while you're doing your strands, so it just sustains itself very nicely. You could even sell your extra only after maybe 20, 30 extra maps or so. And with this, makes it really easy to not have to bother buying any more strands, especially since they're starting to hit like 5 to 8 chaos each in bulk, which compared to most other maps is quite a bit, especially for Strand not offering anything special other than just being a very nice delirium map to run. You might have a bit of a problem at the start, especially if you're starting with a few maps. I would definitely say maybe start with 10, 15 strands, maybe buy those from someone and then go from there. But once you get 10, 15 strands, you should be able to permanently sustain. You'll get a few parks from the strands, and then you'll get a lot more strands from those parks, and then you're off to the races. You won't have any problems anymore. That's all there really is to it. It's very, very simple. I hope it helps you out. It definitely makes the Alch and Go strategy that I came up with a lot easier to do, and it definitely makes it a lot more profitable since we don't have to buy any more strands from anyone else. And the parks that we're running are still just as juicy as the strands, especially since we're relying on essence to carry us quite a bit when we don't get a good delirium or we don't get good altars. So the money is just as consistent with park as it is with strand, and it makes it very nice to not have to deal a trade. I hope this helps you out, and if you have any more questions, by all means feel free to ask. I am basically always streaming every day forever, so if you'd like to come by and ask your questions or just say hello, I'd appreciate it. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.